So part-time alcoholic, full-time MAGA bootlicker, Jeanine Pirro, former Fox News host, basically indicted a former Olympian who was taking a 50-mile bike ride around DC. Just think about this. And he noticed the reflecting pool and he saw everything that was going on. He's like, I wonder what's going on here. So he looks down at the water and he sees part of the reflecting pool because Donald Trump is a dumbass and can't even fix a fucking reflecting pool. He's such a pathetic loser. And he touches it. And she indicts him for up to 10 years in prison. Just think about this, right? Jeanine Pirro hasn't said anything about the fact that Donald Trump is a rapist, that he won't pay E. Jean Carroll the $80 million for raping her, that he's defending child molesters. She will say nothing about the 170 innocent girls that were murdered in Iran, nothing about people that took a shit on Nancy Pelosi's desk or beat officers or damaged the Capitol. She won't say a damn thing about that because she doesn't give a shit about law and order. But a former Olympian that takes a bike ride that happens to touch a reflecting pool, he's a criminal. You're all going to jail. I'm going to burn it to the ground. We want to maintain. No, you don't. This is autocratic legalism. This is how fascists work. You go after anybody that dissents against the Führer, which is Donald Trump, and stop being afraid to call him a goddamn fascist like Hitler, because he is. This is their Führer. And you go after people like him that are just innocent people, and it's not that they're going to win. Do you want to know why they're doing this? Because now he has to hire lawyers and pay thousands and thousands of dollars for lawyers. This is what it is. And they're going to go after more citizens. They've gone after reporters. They've gone after congressmen already, right? They tried to indict the 7 sitting members of Senate that says you should not obey illegal orders. There's nothing wrong with that. Alcoholic Pete Hegseth, who's on a stripper pole, did the same thing, but it was fine with him because they're going after dissenting opinion. This is what happens. And you create fear among people. Oh, if I say anything, maybe I shouldn't use my free speech. Maybe I shouldn't do this. That's what this is. There's too many of you that are still sleepwalking into this. And you're so focused on all of the other bullshit. Oh, he did this and that and this little thing and this little thing. When Steve Bannon was helping this fascist white supremacist run, he said it. He told you. And you guys don't listen. You just like, oh, it's so funny. When you're driving down the road on a sunny day, right? Clear, you can see for miles and miles and miles. But then you hit a snowstorm and you can't see more than 5 feet. That's what Steve Bannon said. It's like a machine gun. One after another, after another, after another. That's what he does. And he throws in his fascism little by little by little. And as it happens, it will get more and more and more because he runs the Supreme Court. He runs the Department of Justice. Every branch of government is now up his ass. And if you think that we're going to have a free and fair election in the midterms, you are really dumber than I thought you people were. Because you don't want to be uncomfortable. That's why this is happening. And I'm going to keep saying it until you wake up. Because I want not one person to have an excuse when Donald Trump doesn't leave office in 2028, when the midterms, where he causes a war, or he says it's rigged and puts out 8 billion trillion lawsuits, or he puts ICE agents out in front, or he basically confiscates the voting machines. You know what's going to happen? The Democrats will be like, well, I guess we're going to have to win in 2028. We're going to send out strongly worded letters. Look, I'm fighting for you. Give me $10. Because that's what's going to happen. The Democrats are complicit in this. And stop it. Because every time I criticize the fucking Democrats, I lose followers. And I don't care if I have one follower. You people are part of the damn problem. You will not refuse to admit that the Democrats are complicit. Just like the 3 officers watched George Floyd get murdered, that's what the Democrats are doing. Vote for me in the midterms. There's nothing I can do. These people are getting paid almost $200,000 a year. Still taking money from Israel. And they're running around just worried about the midterms. What about July, August, September, October, November, while the economy's going in the shitter, huh? See the jobs report? Awesome, isn't it? Yeah. Awesome. Inflation's going up. Unemployment's going up. Everything's getting worse. And the Democrats are like, hey, there's nothing I could do. We're the lesser of 2 evils. They're complicit in this in a different way, through silence. Evil succeeds when good people do nothing. Fascist dictators succeed when Democrats do nothing, because that's where we are. And for everyone out there, I'm going to keep saying this. You're complicit too because you're unwilling to be uncomfortable. You're not willing to stop working and sacrifice your financial comfort for anybody else. I'm not going to sacrifice for strangers. I'm going to take care of myself. And that is the problem. While you see all these people one by one getting picked off by people like Janine Pirro in the Department of Justice and Mark Wayne Mullins, while you see them trying to take away birthright citizenship. And I'll tell you this, if it was overturned, you know what Americans would do? Where are we going on vacation tomorrow? I got to go to work. Oh, shit. Hey, you want to go watch He-Man? It's not my problem. There's nothing I could do. I can't afford to give a shit about anybody, because that's what American is. Every other country on my page that I talk to, France, London, Belgium, especially Germany, they're like, what in the hell is wrong with you guys? The entire world sees what's happening. And you're like, ho-hum, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doesn't affect me, because we're selfish. That's what America is. We're selfish pricks. And we only give a shit when something directly affects us. And the MAGA movement embodies that, right? Because they didn't care that Donald Trump rapes women, defends child molesters, is very likely a child molester, didn't care about the officers that died after January 6th. All they said was, he promised me money, because they're selfish pricks. And even now, while this is happening, the only thing they care about is the price of gas. Because that's what America is. We are whores to capitalism, and we don't give two shits about anybody else except for ourselves. Have yourself a good day.